Hello, Greebos, and welcome back to downloadable content. What's that? What's today? It must be Monday because it is Mod Showcase Monday. I am bringing you about a half a dozen mods that you are definitely not going to want to miss. I'm introducing a new piece of lore, so get ready to check that out, plus ultra violence. Sit back, relax, and what are you doing? Come into my home. Our first mod on today's list is Pirate Stuff by Vlad AK. Now, this gives you a lot of, well, pirate stuff, things that you would expect. A musket, a flintlock pistol, a hook. Well, I think you guys are thoroughly going to enjoy this. If we go to our weapons book, let's scroll all the way down to find a new category called Pirate Stuff. Pirate Stuff gives you a decent amount of things, from a boarding axe all the way to the Swiss saber. But what I want to start off showing you is this little flintlock right here. So let's spawn this pistol. This pistol is really fun. What you do is, well, you aim and you pull the trigger. And that's it. But you have to reload. You can't just fire. So what you have to do is you grab the back piece with the grip, and then you press the trigger with your offhand to reload it. So it's cool because it's a gun, but it's not like you're going to take down everyone with it. Moving on, there's also the musket. Oh, the musket is a nice long arm rifle, so you can do more musky things. And the same rule applies. You have to grab the back piece and rechamber it. That will put a new smooth bore musket ball in there. But the fun doesn't stop there. You see this little piece right here. Well, you can combine it with something. Back in the book, you'll find the musket bayonet, and let's spawn that one. So this one here is a little bayonet. You're like, why do you hold it like this? It's because you're not supposed to just like use it. You're gonna go like this and equip it onto the musket itself. So now when you find a Ricky in the wild, you just go up to him and bayonet charge him, and then shoot him. Oh, I love doing that. You also get a nice pirate hook. It doesn't take the place of a hand. That'd be kind of funny, but it's a pirate hook, so you can do some, pirate hook stuff. Come here, get pirate hooked. It doesn't like stab them every time, which is weird, but when it does, it does. So I do wish that this had better colliders. I mean, that's some feedback I think is definitely warranted, because I want to do better things with this one, but for some reason it doesn't like to behave. And we also get a nice boarding axe. Now open the door. This boarding axe is great for combat, but it's also great for climbing. So if I was like, oh man, I roofed my handball, well, hey, I don't have to worry about any of those difficult climbs if I have myself a boarding axe. Get yourself one of these boarding axes. Don't be I don't know what the pirates say nowadays. What do the pirate kids say nowadays? And then finally you have your different, pirate sabers here. These are cool. To be honest with you, I don't really use these sabers so much, as I usually go in the medieval mega pack and I get like the cutlass. But these ones are also just as cool if you want to be like a fancier pirate. Moving on, we have a mod that I'm going to introduce into lore, and it's called the Hedge Knight by EmClear. And why am I bringing this into the lore? Well, I don't know, but I had this idea in a different video that I didn't release yet because I'm dumb, but I'm editing it, so don't worry. So the Hedge Knight in my universe are going to be called the Hedgies. Those are the people that you saw at the very beginning. The Hedgies are the more powerful elite Rickies. They're in a suit of armor, they have more health, they're better at fighting, but they can't beat me. So this is the Hedge Knight. There's a couple of things for the Hedge Knight. Actually, if you go to your items book and scroll down, you're going to find the Hedge Knight category. So if you want to dress up and cosplay as a Hedgie, go ahead and cosplay as a Hedgie. But why would you? They're a Ricky in disguise. But if you do want to look like them, it's in this book here. You can also use Talion's NPC spawner spell if you actually want to just straight up spawn one. You go right here and select Hedgie Human. And if you didn't want to start a wave, you can use a spawner spell to create a neutral one. You can then also create an enemy one, and why not a friendly one? Oh, that one has a really interesting mask on. It's like a Keaton mask. But Hedgies, you're here for me, so fight me. They fight a little bit better. They're faster. They have more health. They can spawn in dungeons, which is pretty sick. I do like how they look. It's cool having like this type of stuff. Their armor looks sick, and I believe this was like custom modeled. So the mod author did a really great job on these. If you see weird stuff happening, that's from a mod I haven't shown you just yet, so keep that in mind. I just think it's cool that these guys can spawn in the dungeon as a rare chance, and that also there's waves. So in the wave book, you could spawn these guys if you want like a harder fight. Spawn them in the wave book. Ugh, bring it on, and I will show you true fear. That's what you get. So these are the Hedgies. I'm proud to introduce the Hedgies into lore. I hope this gets constantly updated because I'll be sad if I make a lot of lore about them. And moving right along, we actually have a combo mod. And I don't normally do this, but this one had to be done. It's called Torso Slice and Split Gibs. Torso Slice is by MemeMan, and the Split Gibs add-on is by Doggo. And you're going to want to have both of them for good reason. Torso Slice, well, you slice them. I think it's also called Sliceable Torso for those that can read. And Split Gibs, well, adds a bunch of things to play with once they're cut in half. Now, I know you guys have heard about Zendatsu, because I use it all the time to cut my Rickies in half. But now, Sliceable Torso has been updated, so you technically don't need this spell. Now, I'm not saying we no longer need Zendatsu, and has its place, and we'll cover that in just a moment. But Sliceable Torso enables you to do it well without a spell, so it can happen like normal dismemberment. So if I was like, ha-hoo-ha in a battle, and we strike here, well, he gets sliced, and he gets sliced pretty high. He can go all the way up to like the nipple area or all the way down. But this is where the other piece of the puzzle comes in. This is called a Split Gibs. So if you're looking for like some demonetization, then this is what the other piece of it you'll want to add. This is Doggo's contribution. He added all this like this little EWE stuff, so you can like really rip out some intestines and have some fun. But also what I appreciate in the U11 version that wasn't in the U10 version is you were only able to slice their torso. And here's what I mean by that. Like other dismemberment wasn't possible. Come on. So I can still cut off their arm now, and well, they'll still technically live. I mean, I didn't increase their health, so they're not going to live. But yeah, you used to only be able to just slice their torso with this installed. But now I can do so much more plus your torso. Can't I? Oh man, I just love this one. I forgot how much I missed it also. Like just being able to just slaughter them gives an extra layer of carnage. So if you're a fan of carnage, brutality, death, gore, all this fun stuff, get Sliceable Torso and Split Gibs add-on. Moving right along, we have the Mandalorian Armor by LastruMorty. Now, normally, people would be like, what are you doing just showing avatars? Well, I'm not showing avatars. Don't be dumb. Avatars have cursed hands, and usually their meshes are all weird. Armors are where it's at. For those that want to try a little bit harder and reach above the bar, the low bar of avatars, make armors. This one-for-one creation of Mando, so you don't have any weird cursed things. Let's go back into our items book. This one can be a little bit difficult to find, but I'm here for you. Navigate to the exotic category, and you're going to find a new suit of armor just located over here. I would recommend to the mod author to make like a separate category or mix it into like plate or something, but see how they did with Hedge Knight? I would do something like that. I would call it like Mando Armor. Anytime you're going to make armor, that's what I would do just to make it easier for people. But let's cosplay. Here I am in all my Mando glory. This looks fantastic, except for the back. You can see the seam right here, but that's okay. It's cool just not having like cursed hands and still being able to look like the avatar. Most of the times if you're playing as an avatar, the hands get cursed, and you really can't close them on weapons. So this is way cool. The only thing I do have to say is that this one comes with like a weapon equipped here. So this is going to look weird when, you know, the player equips stuff. So I don't know if it was your choice, but I would have avoided putting this blaster and holster here, but I get it if it wasn't your choice. Let's take things a step further and go true Mando. Having the outer rim installed, well, we can really be what we want to be. Let's go get that Beskar spear, and then we're gonna need our Ambient Pulse Blaster, thermal detonator, and then I think this is the Mando pistol, I don't know. And now let's hunt down some trash. Get ready. Oof, your gun. You really want some of this? Get back. You are trash. What is this guy doing over here? He has to get executed. I'm sorry, you're part of the bounty. Time to use some Beskar spear combat. stab. Woo! Bonk. Ah! Good. And then we just pull it straight through them with a nice execution style. What's that? You had enough of the spear? Okay. And then for you, I guess I have to finish you off Mando style. Where's that bomb? Get ready, dude. Woo! Mando bomb! Mando bomb activated! Alright, he's done. Yes! So become your favorite Mandalorian today. Our penultimate entry on today's list is the Eternal Crucible and Marauder Axe by RuneOracle, right from the Doom franchise, and these ones are epic! If you're a fan of Doom, if you're a fan of Carnage, Blade and Sorcery, hell, if you're a fan of me, download this mod. Let's go back to the item book again and scroll down and find the Doom category. You'll have two things, the Eternal Crucible and the Eternal Marauder Axe. So let's spawn both of these. And now let's bring them outside for some glory. Here's what I want to say right off the bat is the textures and dynamic lighting. A lot of times when people make these mods, they don't make the textures work with the light. It's just kind of like one thing and they just bake it on. But check this out. If I move it towards my shadow, look, it casts a shadow on it. And when I change light sources, you'll notice that these will change in real time, which is fantastic. This doesn't happen a lot, so I have to definitely give it where it's due. Let's first focus on the Crucible. When you tap the spell use button, well, you're going to expect this to happen. Oh. Do you hear the sound effects? Oh, it's excellent. So cool. And of course, you turn it off. Has its own animation, which I love. Then there's the Marauder Axe. Of course, this one too. Turn it on. Oh man, just look at how sick that is. The transparency seen through this, it still has the symbols on it. This thing is epic and has animations. This is like very high quality mod. But of course, we're gonna have to test the real quality is in combat. Turn it on, and well, let's see it. Oh man, it is as sharp as a hot knife through butter. It is fantastic. What happens when I just stab you with it? Oh, yes. And it has like the fire imbued texture also. So when you're really hitting them with it, oh, you can feel like the whole blade went in. Oh, yes. You will be one with the Crucible. Oh. Now time to see how good the Marauder Axe is at battling. Are you ready to be battled? What about you? Are you ready to get battled also? Burglarized? Oh my gosh. These are honestly one of my favorite weapons now. Anything with animations, custom textures, woof, and this level of carnage, oh man, you know I'm gonna love it. So if you don't already have the Marauder's Axe and Crucible Sword, you need to get this one today. Our final entry on today's list is actually a simple mod, but sometimes simple mods truly are the best. It is called Arcfist by RuneOracle, and this thing slaps. It takes the abilities of the staff, puts it into your fist, and ooh, you guys are gonna love it. Go into your spell wheel and select the normal lightning, also known as telekinesis. Don't know why it's still like that, but it's telekinesis. And with it selected, you'll notice like you'll just do normal lightning. Like, wow, Drifter, thanks for showing us normal lightning. Well, do not worry, because here's what you do. With it selected, you hold the grip button first, which is the bottom trigger button on your controller. You hold grip, and then you hold the trigger to activate this. And now my fist is all glowy. So this one now, when I swing, will do the arc cut. Look at this. Whew! Hey-ya! Like I said, it's a simple one, but the simple one is just as good as the ultimate one. So let's show these rookies we mean business, right? Arc! And remember that arc can also dismember. So if you're really looking for a good time and you want to be the ultimate mage, well, this is really how you do it. Oh my god, he's the ultimate mage. Who gave him this? Why would you make this a mod for us? So if you like unorthodox fighting, you are really going to love this mod. I honestly passed this one over the first time I saw it because I thought it was like a weirdo weapon. I'm like, yeah, I'm over that. But because it's my fist, oh, well, now I'm in love with its brutality. So if you don't already have Arcfist, you need to get it now. Well, Greebos, that is it for this week's Mod Showcase Monday. I hope you had a great time, and more importantly, I hope you download these mods because they are freaking epic. They are all linked in the description. And also, while you're down there, you can find my Twitch linked in the description. I would appreciate it if you follow me there. It's free. It's free, okay? All right? I also want to stop and say thank you to my patrons listed right here on screen. Thanks for supporting your local lunatic like me so I can continue to make weird VR content. To everyone else, thank you so much for stopping by, but other than that, I'm Rob from Downloadable Content, and I will see you in the next video.